After a wonderful winter of hightailing it round Asia, and before I get back to Ibiza, I'm in Welsh Wales, land of my fathers. Well, my mother actually, my dad was a Scotsman, but this is where I grew up. This is well, I'm actually in Colwyn Bay at the moment, but my plan is to come from Colwyn Bay, head that way to Rhos on Sea, and then into Llandudno, and maybe get to Conwy as well, where there's a beautiful Welsh castle. But I'm actually stood now on what was Colwyn Bay Pier. They knocked it down a few years ago, which was a hell of a shame, because it was a beautiful Victorian pier that, you know, was definitely part of my childhood. And that's the site of the old pier in front of me. They've, as you can see, they've shortened it, got rid of all the buildings. I mean, that used to go out quite a way into the sea. Such a shame, really. And I know over the years there was a few different groups of people tried to raise money to save it, etc. But alas, that didn't happen. There's a beautiful pier in Llandudno, which we'll see later. There's another one in Bangor, which is further down the coast in North Wales. I won't get to that one on this trip, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll see the Llandudno one for sure. And oddly, Nile Rodgers and Bernard, who went on to form Chic, worked here. They were in a funk band, the Big Apple Band, and they had a residency here. They also lived and stayed in a place called the Taladi Park, which is in St Asaph. It's a hotel. But yeah, they have Welsh connections, and many years ago, Nile Rodgers popped up on Twitter saying the first time he'd seen ladies dance around handbags was on Colwyn Bay Pier. So myself and Dirty Pop Ian, another Welshman, were quick to respond with some tweets back, and I ended up swapping personal emails with Niall, with a view to trying to make something happen or get it recognised that, you know, he had lived and worked in Colwyn Bay. Unfortunately, Niall got ill with I think it was a cancer scare, and those communications kind of stopped. But to be honest as well, the local council were very quick, very slow I should say, and never did anything. I spoke to people like Greg Wilson with a view to, if we could get hold, you know, BBC Wales or even the BBC to run an interview, then we'd, you know, I'd try and get Greg involved. But yeah, unfortunately nothing ever came of it, and nobody really believed me when I told them the story until a few years after that, when Niall was better and Chic came and played Festival number 6. And yeah, he made comments about his times in North Wales. So there you go, Colwyn Bay Pier and its disco heritage. And also, while we're on the subject of Colwyn Bay Pier, when I was in school, was I in school? No, I think I might have just left, but I was still living in the area. And this was when it was a full Victorian pier. One summer, a record shop, second-hand record shop popped up, Rainbow Records, I think it was called. And I picked up so much incredible, I mean, mint promo copies of lots of disco stuff. I picked up a lot of the old War albums, and it was almost like it came and went in the space of one summer, a few months. And Jim from Crazy P, who is from that way, Rhos on Sea originally, he and I would come down here and dig hard. And I also believe Mr. Frank Tope discovered Rainbow Records on Colwyn Bay Pier, and also had a good dig here himself. But yeah, it was weird. As I say, there was just boxes and boxes of these mint, amazing albums. But yeah, the shop popped up and disappeared almost overnight. So yeah, another little Phil's facts, Phil's stories from the Welsh Riviera, that is Colwyn Bay and Colwyn Bay Pier. And as you can imagine, growing up here, many hours were spent down here in the summer. And also when I was in school, which was back that way towards Colwyn Bay, we'd come down here to the amusements that were on the pier. And yeah, pretty chilled childhood, to be honest, living in this area. It's strange, as a kid, all I wanted to do was escape this place. But now, you know, get older and you come back and you realise actually it's not a bad place. They used to call this area, Rhos on Sea, the fossil factory, because a lot of people from Liverpool and Manchester would retire this way. I can see why. Yeah, I can understand why, I guess. But yeah, growing up, we wanted the bright lights of the city, Chester, Liverpool, Manchester. But yeah, it's days like this, and you get back, you appreciate how beautiful it is. As always, I'd like to thank everybody who likes, watches, subscribes to this channel. Thanks for coming along for the ride. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It is free, and it really helps get this content out there. And that over there is the Toad Inn, I think it used to be called, and that was one of the places we would go for a cheeky pint when we were underage. I say underage, you know, that kind of borderline legal age of drinking. Over the last few years, I've spent quite a lot of money on this this promenade, put lots of street furniture in and things like this behind me, musical instruments. Don't know what you're supposed to do. Oh, that's it. A better DJ than a percussionist, that's for sure. And another pub over there that I spent a lot of my time in as a younger man, the Cayley Arms. So the Cayley was the pub we'd go to on a Friday night before heading over to a club in Rhyl called the Bistro. But yeah, we'd go there on a Friday and it would be indie music, the Smiths, Pixies, Throwing Muses, and yeah, occasionally the odd dance record. But we're talking, we go back to sort of 86 here, 87. So yeah, great days. And next up on my tour of North Wales, we're in Llandudno. I got the bus down from Rhos. But yes, this is, I guess, or was, the jewel in the crown of Victoria's seaside towns in North Wales back in the day. We'll go and have an explore. But as I said earlier in the vlog, there's a pier here that's in really good condition. Lots of hotels, as you can imagine, and yeah, the Orme, which has got a cable car on, and also a tram running up, none of which will be operating now in January. They're very seasonal. But yeah, this is another part of my old stomping ground. One of the first clubs I worked in before I was a professional DJ as a barman is here, the Broadway Boulevard. Go and have a little wander to that. And yeah, when I was legally drinking, this was where we'd come, Llandudno, most weekends. Let's go and have a look. The lifeboat, the RNLI, looking after this part of the North Wales coast. And Phil's facts, there are two beaches here in Llandudno. We're currently on the North Shore, and there is a West Shore, which is a bit more local based. And also another Phil's facts, Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll spent a lot of time here, and I believe got inspiration for Alice in the Wonderland from the time spent here in Llandudno. And there used to be an Alice in Wonderland museum here. So that behind me is the Broadway Boulevard, the club I was mentioning. Yes, spent many hours in there working and partying and occasionally DJing. The resident DJ, Pat, proper mic worker, you know, commercial DJ. He would let me have a little half hour once a week, where I could bring in my whatever 12s I'd managed to pick up, and jump on the decks and do a little dance half hour. Happy days. But yeah, I was started off as a glass collector, was a barman there. I even did a stint on the door, believe it or not. I was probably the nicest doorman there ever was. That didn't last too long. And yeah, would hang out there, obviously work there, party there. But yeah, great days, great days. The Broadway Boulevard, Llandudno. I was just reminiscing about the the nightclub, the Broadway Boulevard, and saw Edwin star there live, I remember.
What is it good for?
I was actually working, and who else did we have? Uncle Peter from Vic and Bob.
Donkey, Peter.
Yeah, we had some interesting acts, to say the least, pass through the doors there of the Broadway Boulevard. Heading towards the pier now, which is behind me, the old Victorian pier. But yeah, nice to get out and I guess reminisce, really. Hit 55 last month, and yeah, while I've been back here in North Wales, I mean, you've probably seen on my socials, if you follow me, Phat Phil Cooper, I've been scanning and posting loads of old photos from all sorts of time frames and locations, from Australia to the glory days of when I was at Cream in Liverpool, my Chester days. But yeah, I think that's an old age thing, right? Crikey, 55, and suddenly you just want to reflect to the past. Anyway, I won't go too deep, but yes, I am here in Welsh Wales, my old stomping ground, Colwyn Bay, Rhos on Sea, Llandudno, Conwy, and yeah, it's nice. And that's the pier there, with the Grand Hotel, and just in front of the Grand Hotel, I don't know if you can make out, there's some kind of wrought iron girders with some fancy pieces attached to the top. Well, that used to be a ghost train. There was a building there and it burnt down years ago. I used to come down here, cycle down with my fishing stuff and go fishing on the pier here, right at the end, which we'll have a little wander to. Oh, bloody hell. It's closed. Pier is closed. That's... That's a shame. Due to the weather. Oh, that's a bit of a shitter. It's closed, as you saw. Bad weather. Allegedly. Doesn't look too bad. I've seen it a lot worse here, and I've fished on the end of that pier in a lot worse weather. There's a little viewpoint just around the corner I'm going to wander up to, and you'll see the pier from there. So let's go and have a look that way, see if we can show you a bit more of one of Llandudno's and one of North Wales' finest Victorian piers. So it actually looks like they're doing a load of work, so I'm guessing this is going to be closed. Oh, maybe not, they've got it all fenced off, so yeah, maybe it is just because of the bad weather. As I said before, I've fished here in a lot worse weather when I was younger. Yeah, it's a shame. I wanted to show you it off. It's quite a nice walk up to the end. Anyway, this is the start of what's called the Marine Drive, which goes right round the Orme to the West Shore. I'm not going to do that today, I'll save that one for a warmer day. And while I'm here in Llandudno, I'm going to go to, arguably, one of the best fish and chip shops I've ever eaten in. A place called Tribel's, and we go and get stuck into that, and then I think I'll head over to Conwy and have a wander around there. Some nice nice things to see over that part of the world. Right, on the next leg of my whistle stop tour, I'm heading to Conwy, where they have a wonderful castle and a beautiful quay, and it's all there behind me. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, I'll be going over Conwy Bridge, walking over on this January cold and grey day. So that's Conwy Castle behind me. I'm sure you'd have realised that. This is Conwy. Not very busy in the winter months, but in the summer this place is always packed. Gonna head down to the quay there behind. But yeah, another beautiful little Welsh town, and a place I spent a lot of time in when I was growing up in this area. They do a lot of mussel fishing down here. Boats, nothing out at the moment, I don't think. Well, that's about it really. It's bloody cold, so I'm going to finish this one up here. Thanks for watching. A little bit different to my usual vlogs, but so it'd be nice to show you kind of where I grew up. I don't get back here that often, so I thought I'd grab the opportunity. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, please hit like and share, and subscribe if you haven't done. Thanks very much. Adios. Catch you soon in somewhere warmer.